money!
Hey guys, and welcome back. So this is going to be the first of my second series on this channel, where I address a singular question in one video, because I feel I need to expand upon it a little bit, as well as explain what it is and what have you. So my question is from YouTube Cuckavision, and he wants to know my opinion on the use of Helium-3 as a fuel source. So, let's get into it. So, for those who don't know, Helium-3 is a rare isotope of helium created by nuclear fission in the sun, and it is deposited on the moon by solar winds. Solar winds being the energy and material that flies away from the sun as the sun continues to create more and more material. So, the thing about Helium-3, and I found mostly positive things about it. It's a very, very strong fuel source. I think it was something like 25 tons of it could fuel the United States' power supply, the entirety of the United States power supply, for a whole year. To put that in perspective, there is estimated to be between 1 and 5 million tons of the material on the moon. That means that, and there's constantly more being deposited. That means that, in theory, if we could go to the moon and begin to harvest the Helium-3 from the moon's soil, it would be worth the cost of doing so. Keeping in mind that we'd have to create facilities, mining facilities on the moon in order to harvest it. And we'd have to fly it back and forth between us and Earth. Now, I have two further things to say on it. One is scientific, and one is my why I'm hesitant on it. One is that Helium-3 is created in the sun by a type of nuclear fusion that is fusion, I think, which is radioactive. It is no better than what we are currently doing in nuclear reactors. Other than, obviously, we know that fusion creates a lot more energy than fission. And has less, but not necessarily no waste product. That being said, in order to use this isotope Helium-3, we would have to reach the second stage of fusion reactors. And we haven't even reached the first stage of fusion reactors yet. The kind that still has nuclear waste. So that is one roadblock on the path to using Helium-3. And then, just as a thought on my end, the moon has a heavy pull and a heavy influence upon our tides. Now, I worry as to what mining millions of tons worth of material from the moon, what effect that will have on our oceans. Because some, and especially the animals that live in said oceans, because some animals are very much dependent upon the tide. And if the tides change because we decide we're going to go to the moon and start mining, that could be very, very bad. And also keep in mind that this is a very expensive thing to do, and so there would be no room for error of any kind whatsoever. So those are my thoughts on using Helium-3 as a fuel source. I hope you liked it. I hope you liked the video. Please leave me more questions in the comment section down below, and have a good one.